There's something about rainy nights, when the world slows down, and the only sound you hear is water falling from the sky. But sometimes, what hides in that darkness isn't just the storm. These are 3 true rainy night horror stories that I'll never forget. Story 1. The Man by the Streetlight. It was close to midnight. I was driving home through a narrow road that cut through the forest. The rain was so heavy, I could barely see past my windshield. That's when I noticed him. A man standing under a flickering streetlight. He wasn't moving. He wasn't even trying to stay dry. I slowed down just to make sure he was okay, and for a second, the light went out. When it came back on, he was closer. No footsteps, no sound, just standing. Facing my car now, I hit the gas. The light behind me flickered again, and in that split-second reflection on my rearview mirror, I swear I saw his face right behind the glass. They say there's a man who appears on that road during storms, and if you stop to help, you never make it home. Story 2. The Window Knocker. When I was 12, I used to sleep next to a window facing the woods. One rainy night, I woke up to the sound of tapping. Slow, steady, like fingernails on glass. At first I thought it was branches, but then, I saw a shadow outside. A tall figure, too still to be a tree. Lightning flashed, and I saw her. A woman, pale, dripping wet, her hair covering her face. Her hand pressed flat against the window. I froze. Then, the next flash, she was gone. The next morning, my dad told me no one could have stood there. There were no footprints in the mud. Just long streaks on the glass, as if something had been dragged upward. Story 3. The Passenger. It was raining so hard that night, that I decided to pull over near an old bus stop. A woman stood there, soaked, wearing a red coat. She looked terrified. I offered her a ride. She didn't speak much, just whispered her name, Alina. I drove for about 15 minutes before realizing she hadn't given me a destination. When I turned to ask, the seat beside me was empty. Only the sound of the rain, and a faint smell of wet roses. When I got home, I mentioned it to my mother. Her face went pale. She said a girl named Alina had died on that same road 10 years ago. Rain washes away footprints, but not memories. And on nights like these, when thunder shakes the sky, sometimes they come back. If these stories kept you looking over your shoulder tonight, hit subscribe, because next week, I'll be sharing real paranormal encounters caught in the rain.